Hello guys, welcome to Literature Journey to JRF. My name is Richa Panchal and you all are welcome to today's session. Guys, as you know, this is the PYQ series of 2022 which is going on, and in this series we have already covered many questions with important authors, their work and detailed explanation of those works. So guys, these videos are going to help you a lot, so please be with us. Now let's get started. So the question is, which among the following is true about the Tractarian movement? Option A, it was widespread across the world. B, the other leaders of the movement were Paul Newman, R.H. Freud. C. The movement began with a sermon by John Cable in 1833. D. Percy gave the movement cohesion, fame, and name. And option E. The ideal of the Christian church was praised by Oxford Concordat. And guys, the answer is B, C, and D. As we can say, option A says it was widespread across the world, which is not true because this movement belonged to England. Option B, the other leaders of the movement were Paul Newman and R.H. Freud. That is true. C, the movement began with a sermon by John Cable in 1833, which is also true. Percy gave the movement cohesion, fame, and name. Very true. The ideal of the Christian church was praised by Oxford Concordat. Not true, because they just not praised by Oxford Concordat. Now we are going to discuss that what is Tractarian movement or the Oxford movement. The Tractarian movement, also called the Oxford movement. At Oxford, a group of Anglican academics and clergymen were increasingly unhappy with the lack of seriousness with which the establishment regarded its religious duties, with a failure to appreciate the Catholic heritage of church, in particular its historical and theological insight predating the Reformation, and willingness to subordinate the legitimate claims and prerogatives of the church to requirement of the state policy. They asserted the doctrinal authority of the Catholic Church to be absolute, and by Catholic they understood that which was faithful to the teaching of early and undivided church. John Cable's sermon entitled National Apostasy, July 14, 1833, which was also in option. So guys, here we get the answer. John Cable's sermon entitled National Apostasy, July 14, 1833, which Henry Newman considered the beginning of the Oxford movement. So it is considered the beginning of this Tractarian movement from 1833 with the sermon of John Cable named National Apostasy. Now, why the movement called Tractarian movement? Because as we can see that the people in this movement belonged to Oxford University. So the movement called Oxford movement. Then why it is called Tractarian movement? Let us see. The best known leaders of this movement were John Henry Newman, John Cable, and Edward Percy. The method they preferred was a series of publications they began in 1833 called tracts. Hence, they were known as Tractarian. Here we get the why they movement called Tractarian movement, because the method they preferred was a series of publication. They began in 1833 and that publication series of publication was called tracts. Hence they were known as tractarians, and the movement as tractarian movement. These argumentative pieces attacked what the high churchmen regarded as the prevailing weakness of the church, and in particular the assault they call liberalism. They sought a renewal of Catholic or Roman Catholic thought and practice within the Church of England in opposition to the Protestant tendencies of the church. Now, the other members of the group or movement were Charles Marriott, Robert Wilberforce, Isaac Williams, and William Palmer. All except Isaac William and William Palmer were fellow of Oriel College, Oxford. That's why this movement also called Oxford movement. So guys, it was all about Tractarian movement or the Oxford movement. So if you like my video, then please do like, share and subscribe. If you find this video helpful, then please hit the bell icon. Thank you.